Okay. I know a lot of us don't like playing with the cults in The Sims 4, but me personally, I love playing with supernatural sims because it can just add so much more drama to your game. But sometimes these game packs they're giving us just don't do it for me. So I have searched far and wide for some of the best supernatural mods to have in your game. Starting off with a simple mod, we have the Daylight Ring mod, and this mod is for vampires, and you can purchase a ring, and whenever you wear it, you are immune to the sun, because usually vampires in the sun will make them burn and can lead to death. This girl is on fire! But once they have this ring on, they are immune and unaffected by it. This kind of reminds me of Vampire Diaries, where they had the ring so that they couldn't burn in the sun. So I think this would be a great mod for some storylines with your vampires. And for our next mod, we are going to introduce the most powerful girl out there, Tinkerbell. So yeah, this mod is called Fairies versus Witches. And for the fairies aspect, you start off with buying the Giving Fairy statue, and I gave it a rose as an offer, and then after inspecting it, we were taken to the fairy realm.
Holy cow, that's crazy.
We talked to some different fairies until they told us the secret to becoming one.
How you doing?
And we basically have to find these things called sprites around and talk to them, and once you become bestie baes with them, they can grant you different wishes that are similar to the wishing well that we have in the game, but we wished to become a fairy, and we became a pixie fairy, and we were granted wings, except the wings wouldn't show up in my game, so I don't know if this is a bug or my wings were just teeny tiny. And they also have the fairy homes like in The Sims 3 where they can sleep, shower, and throw a house party. This is so cute and nostalgic if you played The Sims 3 Supernatural. And during our house party, everyone came over to dance with us as well. There's also a book for fairies to learn different spells, and they will gain the fairy magic skill.
After putting on the one shoe, I recklessly put my foot in the other one and discovered that I was teaming with hundreds of spiders. All the babies were in there. A whole, let's see, it's a goose geese, school of fish. What is group of spiders called? Oh, no, I remember a whole stork of spiders. That'd be the scariest thing ever.
My sim learned the cleanse spell, so she was able to clean herself.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I mean, she could have just taken a shower, but now we have a spell for that. And moving on to the witches part of this mod, it's basically the same thing. You buy the witchcraft altar and meditate. A witch will show up and pop up and speak to them, and they will inform you on how to become a witch, and you will also learn spells from the witch book. So yeah, I'm so excited to have fairies in my game now, and they actually have like gameplay to do and everything, so that's great. I don't know the part about fairies versus witches in this mod. I don't know if there's like a war or some beef that's going on, but let me know if you find out there's like a war between them. I don't know. Our next mod is the Werewolf mod, and honestly I use this mod instead of buying the Werewolves game pack. Basically how you become a werewolf is you can add a lot trait for frequent animal attacks, and then randomly a werewolf can show up on your lot, and if you provoke the dog, they will attack you, and you will eventually become the dog yourself. So I just used a random sim to show that off. I'm gonna go back to my family where I already have a werewolf to show you what he can do. And I also like the look of these werewolves more. They don't look like furries with no tails. They actually look like scary monsters, kind of. They can do the normal things that werewolves do, like sleep on the floor, go hunting, and also piss anywhere.
Piss on the floor. I'm pulling my panties down like a hoe, cause I'm about to piss on the floor.
There's also a lunar altar you can get, and you can give different offerings for like different powers and traits to receive. We used one moonstone that you can find while hunting, and we used it to get the focused hunter, which enables him to search for more specific things like hunting for metals, crystals, and even insects. Again, I really like this mod and use it instead of the game pack we have. I mean, it honestly just does the same thing really, except, you know, the game pack has like a little bit more things to do, honestly. But I really do recommend this pack if you don't have the Werewolves pack and iffy on getting it like I am. The next mod I have is for the mermaids. It's called Expanded Mermaid. This mod basically adds more functions and things for the mermaid to do because we didn't get much with island living. So when a mermaid is in the water, you can sleep below the sea so you don't have to get out of the water for bedtime. You can dive for some kelp as well as fetch some fish, which I think is considered cannibalism. They also added a book called Poseidon's Goliath. You can basically read it and learn different spells from it and build up your sea sorcery skill, similar to the Fairies and Witches book that we just talked about. And at nighttime you can sing Poseidon's incantation under the moon to become a sea witch, which gives them the aquatic energy and can learn some spells. My sim learned the bladder burst spell, and we basically made someone piss on the floor. I don't know why, but everyone is pissing on the floor today. Should I join in?
No.
And we also were able to break the toilets as a double whammy, so they couldn't use the restroom. She also learned the wind tunnel spell and put him in a tornado.
Oh my gosh, help me, help me, help me.
But he didn't die, so what's the point? The last and final mod I have to showcase is the hybrid mod. And if you don't know what a hybrid means, in biology terms, it means something combining two different species or varieties. And in this case, it's when a sim is more than one occult. So in the phone, there's like a setting when you can choose what different occults you want your sim to be. And it's so easy. My sim was already a vampire, so I included a spellcaster and mermaid for her as well. And as you can see, her needs changed based on what occults I added for her. So she has everything needed for each occult she is. And you can also choose what caste to go into because it can get confusing for the game to indicate what specific occult they are if you go in the normal way. So I made her a little vampire mermaid form, but just be careful she doesn't burn in the sun while swimming. I also tested to see if it automatically gave the kids the hybrid version of two different occults. So I had a mermaid and a spellcaster have a kid together, and their kid automatically had both occults in them, so that's nice because usually in The Sims, if two different occults have a kid together, they will be in like either or of one of the occults. So it's nice that there's like now a mix. Except my sim didn't have a face. I don't know what mod is making that happen, so yeah. But I'm excited that I can have this in my game now and can create so many storylines with this. And that's all the best mods that I found for occults, and honestly, they make me want to play with Supernatural a lot more. Supernatural Season 2? I didn't even finish Season 1, why am I talking about Season 2? But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want more mod showcases like this. Make sure to like and subscribe, do whatever you want, and I will hopefully see you in the next video. Goodbye!